Hello there, my friends, and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest, and wherever you are and whenever you are watching this, I just hope that you are well and excited about your making. I have been in my nest. It's Sunday morning here, sun shining, flowers outside my window, and it's just my definition of joy. So I've been tidying up, reorganizing as we always do, and now all of a sudden I've just swept it aside. I can't show you the edges of this little space right at the moment because I just came across this and I remembered that I had been saving this for a special moment. So the little story behind this is recently we had Stitch Week at the Green Door, and Beck from Sobe was down, and she taught a needlebook course. And one of the ladies who comes through the Green Door, Helen, well, more than Helen, had done that course, but Helen had her needlebook with her last I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, I adored it and remembered that I had ordered a Quilters workbook kit. Now I don't I don't make quilts as such in that same way, but I adore these kits. So I have one here that I managed to get off Beck's site, and I thought I would open it with you. Comes in a beautiful pink box, and I'm sure a lot of you have purchased before with a lovely message. But my excitement is that it's time for me, I'm on countdown to Melbourne, and it's time for me to do my Melbourne collection. You know, I say it like that, but it means that I love making bits and pieces to take with me when I go somewhere, because that's my memory. I keep a journal. I write a journal every morning, but now since I've been stitching, I like to make things that forever I'll remember. Like I can pick up my, if I went just to my cupboard there, I would pick up the ones that I made, yeah, on my country oppie tour last year, which, by the way, I'm going on the week after next. So stay tuned. Okay, let's have the fun of opening this together. It truly is a treat. Beck has the most amazing eye for vintage textiles, and that's why I just can't not purchase these. To be honest, I just love them. And there's the stroke. Okay, so on top, I haven't even gone through this. Beck manages to source beautiful, beautiful yo-yos, and she keeps them together, and that is a picture in itself. And look at the back of that. It's a flower. I love these feed sacks, and I'm learning to recognize the different quality and the cotton. And again, we remember and honor the hands that have made all of those. So that's a generous amount of yo-yos. 1, 2, 3. I can't count. How will I remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make the flower, and then around the side. So I will probably harvest that row around there. Okay, I want you to feel that you're opening this with me, and if I could, I'd blink my eyes and be sending it to you. How about this? Oh, isn't it beautiful on the back as well? 1, 2, 3, 4 little squares like that. And again, I'm thinking that love them. I'm going to the blue side now. And this is why, again, this is why I love a kit, because I wouldn't be choosing these things myself, but they've been curated with a great eye. Now, where would you get fabric like that. And again, I like the back as well as the front. Lots of opportunity. Now, before we go to this piece, this one had fallen off. I love using these, and you will have seen them on all sorts and bits of my work. I think it's called cut work. And yeah, wonderful. Where does she get all these things from? Look at that. So you know what I can see already is my Melbourne collection might have some different colours. It might have more blue. We're not staying near the water, but anyway, see, I'm trying to make a association. Beautiful. Look at the work in that. Now, I better just check. I left it, oh yeah, because it's a big kit. I want you to get that sense of moving around. Aha. Now, this is vintage. And you can't really see all the bits in the kit, but I think I saw this and I saw this is so me, because that must have been is it a cushion or a pillow? But look at the frills, everyone. I can see some pieces coming out of that. So versatile. Love it, love it, love it. Look at this one. She just honestly, just the most beautiful collections of vintage pieces. And if this was a needle book kit, there would be that opportunity to fold that over as a page. Unusual shape, isn't it? And look at that green. Oh, love it. I hope it's okay to I know you do like sharing this with me, because I want us all to be able to delight. Look at that. I'm just feasting my eyes. So thank you, Beck, for putting together for all of us these beautiful kits. That has to be featured. Will that go onto one of my quilts? Or one of my shrines? Or who knows? So I'm trying to put them there so you never miss them. Look at this. So there are plenty of videos, and including Beck's herself, on her Quilters workbook, how to put it together. And the idea is it's a bit like, it's the size of this. So there are larger pieces in it. Cross stitch. Gorgeous. Like, do you want to see me do all these colours? Will you recognise? Look at that. This is where, feeling the textile in your hands. And I know many of you have got gifted and beautiful textiles, and then some of you don't have access to these. So I'm trying to walk that middle line of sharing the beauty with you and wanting you to have it as well. I haven't ever seen a piece like that. I haven't got that in my own collection. Look how much work. And these tiny flowers. They're just little spokies, and then, I mean, that boggles my mind. The hands that could do such fine work. Oh my gosh, look at this. Is that not a ready-made garden? Oh, and there's both sides. Okay, so that's, now let me just test. Would I have a needle? I should, but because this could be another piece that I just turn into a story. It's sort of like a drilly sort of cotton. My heart's just going to this sort of thing. Well, literally my heart is. But like this is a story, and my heart's a story. And it's got this beautiful yellow around it. So the middle is empty. And it's not a ready-made pouch because this would go upside down. But like my other piece, oops, it's much handier now. I've got my Barbie cupboard beside me. Remember I had, this was one tea towel and I wanted it to be the right way up. You can see I haven't worked on this. I might get this out tonight. Love it. So if I used that approach with this, I would harvest that and then turn it around. And so you'd have a flap. And then this would be up, or it could go on the back. Will I show you that? Just as an idea. You mightn't, obviously, mightn't have this piece, but Harvester Kate wants to get straight into it. Not destroying. Okay, so just like that. We could adapt. Oh, that's interesting to learn. Does not tear straight. But that could go like that, and that could be the flap. For me, the proportions of this are wrong for a pouch. Mind you, it could hold some big scissors, couldn't it? Pinking shears. Could, but my eye would be saying down there and down there. But it would also be an opportunity to have this on the back, this on the front, so it becomes continuous, and you would have a different piece here. So there we are. That's a tangent, but see, now we have two beautiful pieces. And Beck, as a seller, could have done that, harvested it, but she has left it generously together. Now, are they the same? Perfectly. So for me, that'll be two pieces. Okay, but just remember where I put everything. So we're back to, on my left is the kit. And my, can you believe how big this is? Oh my gosh. Like that for me is a panel ready to stitch. That's a piece of art. Now it's obviously come off a tablecloth, of which this would be the corner. And look at those. And the cross stitch, that's what I'm learning about. I've got a lot of these tablecloths and doilies, napkins, tray sets that are just this. And I can see, though, that lots of makers added in the stitching, the cross stitching to make it their own. Now that is so delicate. Different shades of green. Love it. And see, maybe in the past I would have taken those off, but now I go, well, this textile is telling me, or telling us, where it needs to go. Look at these baby ones peeping from the bottom. It's more than Christmas, isn't it? Because it's layer upon layer of joy and beautiful pieces. And I love that it comes in this big weight. Okay. Oops. Get my scissors because there's a string. Okay. So here is the quilt book idea, Quilter's workbook, in that the pages are designed to, if you're a quilter, put out your blocks and they stick to them. So generous amount of blanket. That for me will be, oh, that's so beautiful and soft. And look at those colours. They tell a different story, don't they? But curated in a way that any of these pieces, like for me, I just go, that belongs on this blanket. Even though I might cover it up, I'll leave the inside visible. So one very big piece of blanket, soft and floppy and lovable. Second piece. Now these are the ones we had when we were children, pink and blue, and like some of my latest ones, we're seeing now the wear and the crunkles that have come in over the generations. So it's been loved. It is so clean and not too thick. Again, starting to be a blanket connoisseur. This one is fluffier and thicker. And this one is thin and will hold its shape. So as I'm telling you this, my mind is going to possibilities. So for me, this kit will make multiple smaller items. That's how I will use it. I'm sure Beck won't mind that because you'll see more and more of the bits. And I can certainly get a collection out of this. So that's okay. Now I'm deliberately stalling because the reason that I loved this kit is about to be revealed. Oh my goodness. And this is what I saw on the outside of Helen's needle book. It is obviously vintage quilting. And the combinations here that we're going to see more of is what has struck me to the core. Like it's green and red, almost like Christmas, but the variety of textiles is so different. We have feed sack, and then this, you might be able to help me understand this. Maybe it's feed sack as well, but it's a different texture interspersed. Will we open it up? I'm all in awe to have this in my hands. Look at that. So I don't think I've had a piece of quilting with red in it. And this is a blue corner. Will we see what's on the other? Aha, the red corner. And this edging. Oh, and look what's inside of it. Bonnie to, would that be hazel? Q Bonnie. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that means, but that makes it even more special. That's been done in just texture. So when we open it out, that is how big it is. Oh my gosh. I want to get my hands on some vintage quilts. Just because I am learning so much and my eyes are feasting on, like, look at the design of that. It's got this wavy pattern here, and these are like fans. I'll take this and show my mum, but maybe when it's already a pouch or something. Okay, the back is plain. So I hope you can stay with me a little bit longer, and let's be designer Kate. So, or designer you. If you had received this kit, where would you start and what would you do? I'm leaving time there for you to answer. So if we were doing the Quilter's notebook, it could potentially be that size with that as a page. And this is a page. I know Missy has made one of these because she's going to, well, she's a quilter. And so that could be the front. And the beauty is that to scale all of these pieces, could go on a page, be divvied up. Just a little decoration. Trying to get the angle right because this sits like this, but I put it in a different way. Let's just play. It could go up there, and then you turn over and see the other part of the garden. And Beck places hers in beautiful ways. Fabric. We've got these little, so you can see the curation is what I'm trying to talk about. It all goes together. But for me, here we go. I'll tell you what my eye is seeing, and see if yours agree. I see the natural divide of this section and the red section in different ways. So it could be that I'd leave some of this red trim, and suddenly we have two pieces of quilt that long. And then if we chopped it there, that could be, of course it's not thick, but there's the cover of a needle book. Or there is a small pouch. Or a giant project pouch like that. because I don't think I'll get to pinning. And see, for me, that proportion is perfect. And that could just stay exactly as it was, because that was the story behind this one. Because I think this came from the first Quilters kit that I purchased, and then I put little bits all over it. Well, I quite like this because this could be the big daddy one. But the question would be, and I suppose to be true to the quilter, that stays whole, and then it could contain all these bits. And you carry them around in there as you make other little bits. And then my eye would say, look at that. Could that be harvested? Just add the story like that. Could this be, I'm going to keep that writing, obviously. Can this be a corner? How would I do that? I'd want the frill to show out on the outside like that. So you put a frill under there. I'm trying to use that corner so I'd harvest it. Oh, endless possibilities. My heart is racing with the joy of opportunity. So I'm going to stop there, because otherwise I could faint with joy on this day. I'm going to leave it there because I'm hoping that you've been inspired like me. And if you, I know some of you in the States like have family quilts that are stacked up, and I know it's always about, I don't want to break them, but you know, for me, a quilt in this size, and that's the biggest pouch I would ever have made, but I can use it, I can honor it, I can feel it in my hands, and yeah, that's what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to just take my daisy cup off and put my heart up there and say, I feel very privileged to own this. And I'm sharing it because we all have such joy in textiles, and who could not love something like that? So don't worry, that white wouldn't be there. We'll see what I end up doing with this. So this will become a series, I think, and I can see it now, and I'll find it hard to stop. But until next time, I can't stop now, even a third like that. Until next time, stop it, Kate. Till next time. This is bye from a reluctant Kate in a nest who wants to keep filming, but I'll give you a break. Keep well, stay smiling, and I hope that's brought you some joy. Bye.